Salvete. This is Catullus Carmen 99. This poem is about Catullus trying to make a move on somebody he has a crush on. Unfortunately, things don't work out as well as he had hoped. So we'll go through this, as we always do, doing the scansion first, and then we'll go back and try to figure out what all of this means. This is in an elegiac couplet, like the last couple that we have done. This is a poem in 16 lines. So remember that the elegiac couplet, the first line is a dactylic hexameter, and the second line is a dactylic pentameter with kind of a broken foot. So let's just do what we always do. Sub ripu e, sub ripu e, tibi. We start with two dactyls. Dum, lu, dis, me, li. So this is not an elision, because this I here is a consonant I. It's being used more like a Y sound. Melite you when. Close it off with that. Sa we o lum. All right, so there's our first and our second. Remember, in the pentameter, we have a break here. So this is not a complete foot. We'll complete it at the end. Dolcius ambrosia. Okay, so that's our couplet right there. Sub ripui tibi dum lu dismeli te uenti sa violum dulcius ambrosia. Where this I is an elision. Where id non im pu ne tu li nam, another elision. Amplius horam. So fix, another elision. In su ma. There we go. There's that broken foot again. Me, me. Another elision. Se cru. Where non impune tu li nam quamplius horam suffixin summa me meminesse cruce. Dum tibi me hor go nec pa sum fletibus ulis tan till wes try, and then there's our break. De mere civiti I nam simul id back. Oh, we got test multis di lutala bella gutis abster. This, and then this time our break is right here. We have it's elided. Omnibus articulis ne qui quam nostro contra. Another elision. Ex ore maneret tam quam co tai sporcasali Ne quicquam nostro contractex ore maneret, tam quam comictae spurgas auliva lupae, praeter an elision in besto miser me trader. Another elision. Mori non kes. Another elision. Boy. And again, we're going to align this right here. Oh, we're going to put our break right here because he's elided again. Ex cruci re mo. Oot. We'll elide that. Mex. Brosi. Mu. Ta. This is not an elision for the same reason before, right? When we see an I before a vowel, that's that consonant I, so this does not elide here. Yam for it. Sawio lum tristi break tristius el ebor o ut mexambrosia mutatum yam foret illud saviolum tristius eleboro quam quoniam poi nam misero pro po nis mori num quam. There's that yam again, right? Yam is not going to elide here. Yam post ac vasia sub ripi quam quoniam poi nam misero pro po nisa mori quam yam post ac vasia sub ripi Okay, that is all of our scansion done. Scansion can seem like busy work sometimes, but remember, these are the rules that poets are bound by. Now, with that done, now it is time for us to make sense of this. Subripui. We get this over here. It means to steal. Subripui. Ripui. Oh, it's a perfect. Subripui. I did it. I stole. Tibby. I stole from you while you were playing, or while you play. Melite. Oh, so who's he speaking to? I stole from you, so we have a vocative. He's speaking to, excuse me, oh, sweet Uentius. I stole from you while you play, sweet Uentius. Saviolum dulcius ambrosia. Saviolum is a kiss. So we have an object. I stole from you. I stole a kiss from you. Dulcius ambrosia. Dulci and ambrosia go together. These are two ablatives. These are ablatives of comparison. Dulcius is a neuter adjective. It's agreeing with saviolum over here. So these two go together. And we have this interlocking pattern that we have seen before. So a kiss, sweeter than dulci ambrosia, sweeter than sweet ambrosia. Verum id non impune tuli. Tuli, oh, this comes from my favorite verb, Pharaoh, Fere, Tuli latum, love it. I carried, true, it is true, I carried it not unpunished. I carried it away, not unpunished. Um, for, namque, for, amplius horum, for more than an hour, suffixum in summa me minisse esse cruce. Well, we need to take a look at our words here. So suffixum, okay, it comes from this, it's a PPP. So suffixum goes with me. Me having been nailed, okay. Oh boy. In summa, oh, we have an ablative here. We also have an ablative over here. So these go together on the top of a cross. And then we have two verbs in here. We have a funny little verb here. A defective verb means to remember. And we have an infinitive. So we have an indirect statement going on. For more than an hour, I remember that. And then we have an accusative subject. I remember that I had been fastened to the top of a cross. Ooh, all right, so let's try that again. So it's true that I did not carry this away unpunished because for more than an hour, I remembered that I had been nailed to the top of a cross. Let's move down. What exactly happened after he stole this kiss that it reminds him of being nailed to the top of a cross? All right, we're not done with the sentence. Dum, while tibi, we have a dative here, of you or for you. Me purgo, oh purgo. So we have a while I cleaned, I purged me. Here's I cleaned myself. I purged myself for you. Nor can I fletibus ulis. We have some ablatives here. With any tears, tantilum vestrae demere saevitae. Oh, vestrae and saevitae clearly go together. Demere here is to remove. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the nor could I remove with any tears, nor could I remove your cruelty, vestrae saevitae. Nor could I remove your cruelty with in the least. There's a lot going on here. And this one probably is the hardest line because it's just so messed up. We have things all over the place. So what is he trying to say here? Right. From here to here. Right. He stole a kiss from this boy, but it was not unpunished, but I bore it off, not unpunished. For more than an hour, I remember that I had been nailed to the top of a cross. While I purged myself perhaps of this crime, of this mistake, to you, nor could I remove your cruelty with any tears in the least. So after he did this, it sounds like the boy didn't like it. Clearly, he's described as savage, cruel. So whatever happened after the author stole this kiss, it must have been very bad that he describes himself as purging himself for, of this crime, and weeping over it and apologizing as if he were on the fixed to a cross for a crime. So let's find out. Perhaps let's find out what the boy did. Now, 4, simul. As soon as id factum est, as soon as it was done, multis diluta labella guti. All right, so we have multis and gutis. These two go together, even though they are separate. Diluta labella go together. So again, we have this crossing. Multis and gutis are bracketing diluta labella. 4, as soon as it was done, with many drops, with many, well, it's more like drops of water. With many drops of water, we have diluta labella, we have washed lips, or little lips. You wiped away your washed lips with many drops of water. Omnibus articulis. Omnibus articulis, with every finger, with all of your fingers. Feels like we need an and in there. We have these ideas here. Washed lips with lots of drops. You wipe them clean with all your fingers. So I think in English we would probably put an and in here. We might turn this into a verb. As soon as it was done, you washed your lips with lots of drops, and you wiped them clean with your fingers. Yeah, in English, I think we would put a conjunction here and turn this into a verb instead of a participle. But that's okay, as long as we can understand what's going on. Nay. Ooh, lest, or so that not. Negative purpose clause coming up. Lest, so that not, for the purpose of something not happening. So that, quicquam, anything, nostro ore, we have a couple ablatives go here. Our mouth. Contractum, this technical word dealing with infectious diseases. So it means more like touched, but we know the word contract from English. So lest anything quicquam contractum, anything contracted from our mouth remain maneret. So this is a subjunctive because it's a purpose clause, right? We have that nay here. You did this. You washed them, you wiped them, so that nothing contagious from our mouth might remain. Tamquam, as though comictae spurca salvia lupi. Here we got again. We've got some more. Comictae and lupi go together. Comictae means defiled, urine wet. Ooh. Lupi. So lupi, there are different ways of translating this. We know it as wolf, as a she-wolf. It's more of a slang word, I suppose, for a prostitute. You can translate it as she-wolf, but I think that's probably not what Catullus was thinking when he wrote this. He was most likely thinking of a prostitute. We have a prostitute, who is described as urine-soaked. Ooh. Spurca, we have, and saliva go together clearly. As though it were the dirty saliva of a urine-soaked prostitute. That's rough. So this boy clearly did not enjoy this kiss. Praeterea. Besides, furthermore, infesto miserum me tradere amore. Here is a dative that goes with amore, to dangerous or merciless love. What's over here? Besides, furthermore, to hand me over as a captive to merciless love, or you have not, kisasti, comes from a syncopated kesawisti. So it's a past tense, meaning stop. You have not stopped to torture me in any way. You have handed me over to merciless love, and you have not stopped torturing me. He really cares about this boy, but clearly he's not returning the feelings. Oot, we have a result clause. So that the result of this, the result of you torturing me, or not, excuse me, not stopping to torture me in any way, so that me here is, we've seen this before. It's a shortened version of mihi, to or for me, ex ambrosia, from ambrosia, mutatum, iam foret illud, saviolum. We have this is going on to the next line. We have to take both of these lines together. That, so that, for me, illud saviolum, that kiss. Now, for it is a funny little imperfect subjunctive. We don't normally see for it. It's a good thing it's glossed over here because it's now is for me from ambrosia changed now is that kissed. Mutatum and illud and saviolum all seem to go together. Tristi and elaboro go together. These are ablatives of comparison. Tristius is a comparative adjective going with saviolum. That kiss. Tristis normally means sad, but here we're going to mean it means more like bitter because of this plant right here. The kiss is more bitter than bitter hellebore. Okay, so let's go back again. Besides, to hand me over, or perhaps even you hand me over as a captive to dangerous or merciless love, and and you have not stopped to torture me in any way, so that the result of this is that from ambrosia, that kiss is now changed sadder, pardon me, is more bitter than bitter hellebore. He stole a sweet kiss, but because of the way he reacted, it has changed from sweetness to bitter hellebore. Quonium, since, because, misero amori. We have a couple more datives here. Proponus is our verb here. Since you declare, since you offer quam poenium. So this quam here seems to be working as an adverb, which goes with poenium. There's these troubling little Q words in Latin. They right, we normally see quam as a relative clause, but not always. Like you might remember in phrases like quam celerime, it can mean as fast as possible. So here as an adverb, it can mean something like how much, or so much, or as something as. Maybe here we can translate this more as like such punishment. So you offer, seeing that, because you offer such punishment to a miserable lover, amori, a miserable lover, numquam, never, iam post hoc, afterwards, Fascia is another word for kiss. Subripium. We saw subripia up there as meaning steel, but here, ripium, this is a future. So, will I steal? Never again, never more afterwards. Will I steal kisses? Fascia, these are new, it's a neuter plural. There are a lot of neuters in this poem. Um, they can be really hard to recognize if you don't know that a basium is a kiss. You might be tempted to think that basia is the subject here, but it's not. It's not, because the verb says it's not the subject. I'm the subject. Knowing the gender of a noun is really important. Um, if you see a word that can be more than one thing, you really need to identify what it is. Basia can be more than one thing, unless you go through the trouble of going into a dictionary or into the back of the book and finding basium, basi, neuter. Yes. If I see something that ends with a um, or if I see something that ends with an a, my Latin 1 training tells me that it is a second declension or a first declension, that is a nominative or an accusative. But it's time to stop thinking so basic and realize that there's a wealth of information that can be hidden if you don't look deeper. That you can be led astray by simple things like spelling if you don't take the time to look deeper, or if you don't take the time to memorize your vocabulary. All right, I'm done ranting. So this was Carmen 99. I hope that this video, as long as it is, I hope that it helped a little bit to try to figure out exactly what's going on with this one. Good luck with this one. Hopefully this helped. Wale.